Hello again, YouTube. Buckeye Mike. How we doing this Sunday? In this video, I want to talk about Alabama. No longer the king of the world. Your time is over. You finally have hit rock bottom. And for those of you out there that think I'm crazy, think about it. Alabama is a 7-5 team masquerading as an at best 10-2 team once the regular season is over. They're not even going to win their division. At best, they're going to finish second in the division. I don't trust Ole Miss to beat Alabama, but at the same time, nobody trusted LSU to do it either. So there's a chance. I hope. Bama. Saban, you had a good run, sir. Unfortunately, your time has come. Father Time is here to say your coaching career is just about up. Now, Saban will coach at least another 3 years. I was hoping it'd be longer because I really want to see Saban versus Ryan Day head-to-head, home and home, 26 and 27, but we might get to see it in 26, maybe, if he makes it to 26. Shout out to LSU, though. This team is completely underrated. And Brian Kelly is a... Why does everybody hate Brian Kelly? Brian Kelly is a good coach. Brian Kelly can win games that he needs to win. Now, yes, at Notre Dame, he couldn't win the playoff games or the major bowl games worth a damn. But first year in the SEC at LSU, and he freaking beats Bama. Dude! Now, let's go back to what I was talking about, Bama being a 7-5 team. Because, yes, I realize Bama is currently, 7-2? Okay, I realize their schedule does not say they're going to necessarily end up a 7-5 team. Because who knows if they'll lose to Ole Miss or not. My point is, Bama is technically a 7-5 team because you beat Texas. You should have lost to Texas. You beat A&M. You should have lost to A&M. Right there, that's 2 losses. You lost to Tennessee. That would be 3 losses. You lost to LSU. That would be 4. My 5th one is Ole Miss. Ole Miss started out the year great. They got that big, narrow win over Kentucky. And they were on a roll. And then LSU came in. They came into LSU. And LSU punched them in the jaw. They were like, yo, you're not so good. Now take this uppercut. Well, bam! But yes, Alabama is a 7-5 team. And you're proud of that? You're proud, Alabama and SEC fans. You're proud of Alabama being 7-5. Because I'll tell you right now, it doesn't matter who replaces Saban. If you want my honest opinion of who will replace Saban, though, I would put my money on Dabo, honestly. Because he graduated from Alabama. But at the same time, Scott Frost graduated from Nebraska. And his ass just got fired like a couple weeks ago. Because he doesn't know how to coach a big-time program. Yeah, Luke Fickell's in the running. I doubt Luke will go, and that's a shame. He's turned, almost say Kentucky. He's turned Cincinnati around for the better. He's done a really good job at Cincinnati. I used to hold him accountable over the top because of his 7-6 year as head coach at Ohio State. And I always said that Luke Fickell cannot coach a big-time program. That's not necessarily true. Luke Fickell was a temporary head coach, a holdover for one season until Urban Meyer got there. And I'll go ahead and touch on that quickly since I brought it up. Personally, Urban made some choices that I don't agree with, did some things that I don't agree with. I don't like him as a person because of the mistakes that he's made in his life. As a coach, so when he's talking on Big Noon, Kickoff, urban analysis, I'm all over that shit because I respect the shit out of Urban as a coach. He is a hell of a coach. But yeah, Alabama, don't get me wrong, you're going to finish the next 3, 4, 5 years, however long Saban's going to be there. You might end up one more title, but most of your seasons are going to be somewhere in the ballpark of 11-1 at best to 8-4 at worst, depending on how good LSU continues to be, how often A&M gets lucky, how often Ole Miss gets lucky, because if you think about it, Ole Miss hasn't gotten lucky against Bama since, 2015, 2016? You're talking 6 to 7 years ago? That's a long time. That's why I'm like, okay, Ole Miss figured it out for once. Depends on if Josh Heupel stays at Tennessee, and if he does, depends on how well he makes Tennessee every year, because you could lose to Tennessee now. I mean, what the crap? You're supposed to be 16-0 against Tennessee. Yeah, I admit, I rode the Tennessee hype train. I freaking wanted Tennessee to win against Georgia yesterday because they were the number one team. But in all reality, I knew Georgia was going to slack them. In reality, yeah, the final score on the scoreboard when the timer hit 000 said 27-13. That game was 27-6. It was 27-6 because when they got to 13, the game was over, technically speaking. You knew Georgia was going to win. Their touchdown didn't change the outcome of the game. Sad enough to say. So, And by the way, all these people out here that were saying 3 SEC teams and the Big Ten champ to the playoffs, come on now. You knew that wasn't going to happen. You knew all along that wasn't going to happen. And, what do you know? Here I am. I was right. I was right about it. Not very often when it comes to college football that I'm wrong. Like, straight up wrong. But, anyway, gonna have my top 10 come out later tonight. Actually, I'm about to go start working on that now for you guys. And tomorrow, I'm gonna release my updated Heisman. I can tell you who's not number 1. Hendon Hooker. And I might try to throw in some game reviews. No promises, because I know I was slacking on that this past week. But we're definitely going to try to get out some game reviews and game previews for everybody. So just hit the like and subscribe, and keep on the lookout. Have a good day, everybody, and go Bucks!